Hello and welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. My name is Genevieve, and we've got a lot of good information for you today, so let's get started. First up in our biggest story of the week, the Wall Street Journal has been investigating Facebook for quite some time, and this week they've finally released some articles that are not so great for Facebook's reputation. The biggest topic of discussion is the negative effects that Facebook has on users. The fact that they have been very well aware of this and that they've failed again and again to address this issue. One document leaked was Facebook's own researcher's slide deck that explains that the app harms mental health, more specifically worsening body issues in young girls and increasing anxiety and depression. You may have noticed that Facebook often references studies done outside of their company, and rarely their own internal findings, and this is absolutely not by accident. The head of public policy at Instagram has responded to the Wall Street Journal by saying that although users can have negative experiences, the platform also gives marginalized people a voice, as well as allowing friends and family to stay connected. She explains that the fact that they are doing studies like this shows that they are committed to understanding the difficult issues that young people struggle with. I'm sure you've seen the criticisms, especially in the last year, that Facebook is not really as neutral as they'd like you to think. Their whitelisting policy basically allows politicians, celebrities, and public figures to go around the platform's rules and violate standards with virtually no consequences. The updated algorithm that came out in 2018 was supposed to improve the availability of friends and family's posts in the feed, but what ensued was misinformation, toxicity, and violent content due to many reshares. A team of data scientists believe this issue is an increasing liability, and I think I would have to agree. Next up, YouTube has a lot of exciting things in store for the rest of the year. The YouTube Partner Program reviews all channel monetization to make sure that all policies are being followed. And since human error is definitely something to worry about, it's possible your channel could be suspended or rejected from the program. But in an attempt to remedy this issue, you can record a video explaining what your channel is about and the content within it, so that the team can again review your channel with a little bit more context. This will highlight metrics like monthly revenue and revenue from transactions, as well as the traffic sources performance report that will show you a summary of where your traffic comes from. Another new expansion is allowing community posts for channels with more than 500 subscribers rather than 1,000, starting in October, which eventually will replace the Discussions tab. As we approach Q4, I'm sure YouTube is going to have even more updates that will launch in 2022. Finally, let's talk about post-pandemic shifts in consumer shopping habits, such as the importance of authenticity and personalization, as well as the power of user-generated content. Obviously, the typical consumer has shifted to e-commerce, which leaves companies vying for attention in that space. A survey shows, especially after the pandemic, consumers want personalized and authentic shopping experiences, meaning that user-generated content is more important than ever for companies to leverage. Let me just give you a couple quick stats to cap off our time together. 88% of consumers say authenticity is important. 91% of people are likely to continue purchasing more items online. 79% of people say that user-generated content highly impacts their purchasing decisions. And 80% of consumers say that they'd be more likely to purchase a product from an online store if there are photos or videos from actual customers. As we get further into the age of e-commerce, the need for real customers to be involved in the process just grows exponentially. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name is Genevieve, and I'll see you guys next week.